Let's take it up a notch.
They've looked fantastic on this map.
Martin has snuck all the way up close, fighting Durka. Is that the push comes in towards the B site where they have that Cypher set up, the cam for mid. At least they have put down the Viper wall. For me, Martin and Tamazi tagged extremely low by that utility. No utility to try to take these fights. Element of surprise is what he's relying on, or his teammate Shin. Somehow picked up two, but both players remaining are low, and well, Alpha can't find Martin. That'll close it.
And that's the thing I've enjoyed watching with this team is we've seen a lot of sort of young players that have come through and looked very good, but also Shin from last year to this year, it's a different bloke.
Without a doubt, KC stacked up for A. Alpha about to be revealed. He'll step into the cage. He'll catch the decoy. The Hunter's Fury slows them, does damage, allows Alpha to get even closer. Now tucked in the corner. I mean, he's not getting out of here, surely. One more kill makes it worthwhile, buys time for Leo to get into position and catch Martin completely unaware. A shot onto Shin leaves Tamazi alone. Either way, that will be denied. It will be impossible for KC to find any value. With 3 players left alive on Fnatic, rifles retrieved. Hell of a way to take the second round.
It's just aggressive positioning. I like the fact that they use the Hunter's Fury just to create things in a little bit more of a disjointed way. And that just allows for the rotation. That second rifle, they only had the 2 of them, but it was the right place. Pushed deep down within the tube. This could give them that early stack up, or even an early rotation, with no one being here.
Quick CP in, decoy leading the charge. First to be hit, perhaps. In fact, it's Chronicle. And Boaster dropped by the man himself. Martin's having one hell of a start to this. Even last round, you saw Alpha having to constantly switch his.
And then you have Narrate as the follow-up. Well, as you said, so far Narrate hasn't needed to follow up.
Round after round, and as I said, coming into this map, this is somewhere I expect Fnatic to do well. They have done well, because it's been a little while since we saw KC. They picked the map as well coming through, but
if you're the guy that bumps into that trip, you're just going to be infuriated. It's like, what?
I've never seen this,
though, I feel like it's more likely that Alpha's dead before they walk into the trip. So I think it was for his dash. It almost worked. I'm on the crossfire aggressively. That's worked out for Chronicle. Okay, he's definitely not sleeping anymore. 3 kills in this round. Denied any space into the site. Shin's still standing though, and this man is always good in the clutch.
There's a drone on the way.
Spike planted.
Shockey's on the way. Shin around the left, looking for the angle. He could isolate a duel, buying a little bit of time, another chance, but this time not hit either. They've tapped it, and Shin doesn't want to go swinging. He's only 57 HP. Pros don't fake, but this time they did. It doesn't matter. Fnatic still land the shot, and
a huge individual play from Chronicle. It was all a bait in the end with his teammate going down, focused. And he's just able to isolate every single battle to win them that round. Trying to find something. This is a round where already losing Martin, he has been the real danger man so far in this matchup, but Chronicle goes hunting.
Really nice setup. Magnum's shock dart. Tamazi getting aggressive on B, tries to draw, rotates, in fact ends up. Fnatic can get back through. Dimensional drift from Durka. Taken stock of, and I think they might even have caught Shin. Flashed as he's back into this corner. Somewhere he's found so much success in the past. And now an angle that forces Shin into taking another fight, one that Alpha will win. And a decoy even tanks the first shot of the operator, but 2 versus 2. And the spike still to be defused. Nice shot from Narrate. Even at the blades ready again, just in case Leo was that little bit closer. And the tap draws him out into the open. Knife at a time, he'll close this one out as the seconds fade. And Leo, well, he was going to take Tamazi down with him one way or another. That spike.
There's always another. Always a response. And in this scenario, it came down to just those last couple of players. Narrate on that operator. This time they are pushing into the Viper Cypher. Normally a lot of delay, but Narrate's already through. He's already in. Boaster's gone within seconds, and actually so is Alpha. This is meant to be a setup that's difficult to break down. They've just walked in like they own the place. Even with an ultimate use, there's barely even a tickle of damage. They're just going to have to save. And in fact, there's not anyone left to save. Leo's running away. The rest of the team are already dead.
Don't know if they will clear this angle. In fact, they did. They definitely will. Guns looking, shots fired, good connection by Leo. That's 2 under his belt already. For the few credits that they could string through because they're low on credits. They need this. 3, 4, in fact, Leo standing alone against all of KC. 4 bullets left, a player right on top, and Shin finally takes him down. Round.
Wait, what? He might get back to it. It's genuinely possible, but at this point it may not even matter just the impact of it. Like,
exactly.
He's had high impact in one round. This round he threw it in just as a last-ditch effort because
to catch these Fnatic players on rotate, they haven't had 3 players towards the site. 1 is stuck inside the pit, but there is ultimately another 2 here to fight. It looks like they made the right read on the side of Fnatic. Lost 1 player on the way through, almost lost Leo. Used actually buys a little space for Tamazi. Nice shot. Alpha's keeping it competitive.
Desperately low on HP. And Magnum's already going to find out the danger man. Can Durka get anything done? He's not going to last much longer. And now it's left all onto Alpha. He'll meet the same fate on the map choice of Fnatic.
They did.
I'm not saying they're going to do it again because this has been a very different look. Been incredibly clean, but just giving you the facts. This round looking pretty good. Tamazi needs to connect the shot, and while they are aggressive, they're looking to not just win this round, but win it clean at that. Not a single player even really taking much damage on the side.
Now all they need to do is string together a second round, which has so far evaded them on this map.
Yeah.
But it will be a little bit easier.
If they don't do it in this one, then well, we have to call into question what's going on.
Yeah. At that point,
if this is going to be an A take from Fnatic, it's not really going to be much.
That will leave them with the site wide open, and a spot that Narrate occupied earlier for great value. Alpha will now do much the same that he can hear on his way. We can see Narrate is close as well. Big opportunity for Alpha here, and he converts it. 2 kills for KC to get onto that site. Boaster just needs to slow them down somewhat. There's his first kill.
Shin is still here, can still try and do a little bit of damage before he falls, but I thought for a second that there was going to be a moment Tamazi just managed to pop off, but Chronicle is just shut him down through a cage and a wall.
Now we get the slow-mo.
As if you just slow-moed his first kill. That's so toxic.
Nice.
There's just some sort of a statistical error with tallying his stats. Guy doesn't seem to die. Narrate. Oh, he's out of here. He is out of here. Dash at least secures him a second lease of life, but Tamazi becomes the new target. Durka up close, not going to be caught by a decoy, but TPing onto the backside. Now a good position to play from as the wall drops, but Martin behind a wall of his own swings out into Durka.
A lot of the rounds have been completed within the first 30-40 seconds. It's been very, very fast-paced gameplay, and
well, okay, all according to plan. He saved that one through. Definitely doesn't regret taking that shot. Yeah, no, Leo has died 5 times this map. It's 9-8. It's an incredibly close game, and I think it comes back to what I said at the end. A lot of these rounds have gone down to like a burst of aggression and a save. But even then, like one of those 5 deaths was literally these setups, ult used by Durka. And this is going to be the little bit of information for the squad. I actually don't think that he saw Magnum on the way through. But definitely 2 towards the backside. There's the flash. Magnum spotted now, but he won't be taken down. It's Magnum to catch a jump on him, but Chronicle with double trades, keeping the numbers favored, keeping a bit of site control, forcing Shin into the open. He didn't want to leave Tamazi out to dry this time. Narrate doesn't either. Nice shot from the side. Another. They keep peeking the up. Now they beat Tamazi. A mistake. They might not live to regret. Double digits on the cards for KC in this of all rounds, and it's a reveal on Boaster that gets it. A wonderful trap.
An unfortunate round by all regards, especially because the initial setup was nice. They threw in Durka as a sacrificial lamb. But yeah, this operator, again, Narrate at times is just absurd, even ready for the players to try and lurk in. And
it's fired off, and they know exactly what's going on, but Durka believed, spotted Martin in the corner, cleared out a lot of this site now. The flash pop towards back. Hunter's Fury, not a big fan of the blind ones, but this has at least
it's done a little bit of extra damage. The main worry, though, is just those post plants. Like how far away a couple of the Fnatic players are. Still got a fragment available. Durka's already going to pick off one. He's the bodyguard. They've got a backup plan that they might not even need. He's still up close, just looking to try and finally get out of there, but there's Boaster on the lurk. A second kill already coming up for him. And for Shin, as said, he's attempted many a clutch, but this is not going to be one of them. 11-10, Fnatic now take the lead. I don't know how they do this again and again.
It is just the consistency is mind-boggling. God, the day they figure out their first halves, it's all over.
You know, like the race at the end of Incredibles, successfully. Decoy. You can see though that Chronicle is playing anti-flash. His only goal is to dodge that flash. He shoots, and he's gonna go down. Nice work from the side of KC. Finally, some light at the end of a very dark tunnel. Durka's already been spotted and forced back, but it means they can group up and try and fight this one. Well, I was gonna say together. Wasn't together. Alpha looks to try and turn the tide, and Narrate has just taken over this round. In fact, he's even gonna get the wall bang at the end.
To fight a little bit more towards that site because they've got their Viper's pit alongside a trap in play on B. So it's not even pressure on someone like Shin to be holding those close angles and taking the fights. Instead, he's got full security, and you're just able to send the rest of the squad in scrapping. But that position hasn't been pushed by a little while for Fnatic. Not in that slow late round, but the door will be closed nonetheless. Taking that little bit longer rotation, push to the site. Secure it. Now this actually doesn't reach to the plant yet again. It's just locking down a little bit of map control. Good kill by Magnum, and that's Boaster down. That's the Viper's pit down and out of the round. And a desperate attempt now for Fnatic to fight back through. The flash is good, but the kills don't come on the back of it. Counter flashes, Hunter's Fury, tagging them up and dropping them. This is KC fighting back, but Durka and Alpha, they have other ideas. 4 kills already for Magnum. The IGL needs an ace to take it across the line, and Durka's the man standing in between him and that feed. He will not find it. KC, no OT after a 9-3 lead. They go down to Fnatic on map 1.
Tough matchup against, so I think we're in for an exciting one. Nonetheless, Althea already up for contact. He's going to be under pressure immediately, and actually doesn't get out of there. I thought he might have just scraped it.
Now a few bullets pursued him through the wall. 3 players though still here. Big stack out of Fnatic. They've made the right call this time. KC flood in. Martin and Magnum caught off guard, and now they're realizing there's a lot more guns here than they thought. Fnatic just about able to escape with Durka's life. 3 HP as he goes for the teleport. Chronicle still sitting here. They have a choice on KC with the all-out combat. They know there's a chance. And from mid, safe plant for spawn, but they're trapped. They're sandwiched, but that gives them 1v1 fights.
This map in particular has so much history, so many memories, whereas opponents currently sit from. Shin already just getting information, and almost needs him to make a pretty catastrophic mistake.
Boaster, no.
It's all right, he's going to peek.
In his
so
position. Yeah, well, you're right. No success found, but...
And didn't just go for that immediate rotate.
They've realized now. And not the best weapons to have to retake with again. Some players being trapped inside hookah, stingers in hand.
One day.
Nice shot by Chronicle, but just the one to be found.
He has been dropped outside B long. Are they going to be able to get back in? Durka's done well. He actually called the timing on Martin, and now it's left all onto Magnum. 1v3 needed. He's been crispy so far. Needs a little bit more. Needs to deny the diffuser, and now up to just Boaster, and he finds all 3. A Red Bull clutch from the IGL of KC. 4 kills in the final round. Kept it going here.
Robbed of it. Unbelievable.
This shot.
The shot is beautiful. The cross-look, he realizes I have to stop the diffuse now. Takes it. And I love the fact that we've seen this. Leo's had a much tougher time. Even in series where he's popping off, things slow down. Just the way that his role works here. A lot of the time it's other players taking the first fight. It was Durka in this round. Alpha backed off and left him for dead. But now he's standing his ground. He's got a teammate with him. Leo up close. Blinded, but not expected to be here. The element of surprise grabs one. And he's going for more, running it through. That mosh pit forced him out, much to Narrate's chagrin.
Definitely hasn't spotted out Chronicle as he attempts to cross. And even after getting off to a pretty decent start, I think that was Magnum walking through with the spike in the first contact of the round. That definitely made things a little bit easier for the side of Fnatic.
You can see KC are playing this one a little bit slowly outside of Bath. A lot of players looking to take that control.
Boaster is, if he turns around, I was about to say, it's just almost just a game of chicken. Leo again, he tries to do the same, but Tomasi's got down to his own snake fight this time. It was a sacrifice he was willing to make, I guess. If you've played against Nats ever, you should have the expectation that he could do that alone.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's the whole reason it's put down is for that cross. The idea to fight back in, disrupting the economy further of Fnatic.
He has no idea. Absolutely none.
I mean, I can understand him not expecting 2 to be there, don't get me wrong, but
they didn't
not
check.
looking at all.
Yeah.
That is a huge mistake. Was sneaking their way into that position, but eventually the target will be acquired. It's the B site. Thrash on its way. Good catch. That's got one. Did it catch the player in the corner? It did. Huge value to be found, but they don't know. They don't know that Tamazi's here. Him being seized almost helps him out in this sense. He's forced into a late flank play. The Chronicle couldn't expect. KC dominating the site now. Just Leo to uproot, but that's a big task for any man. 2 kills already, another found, and just 1 man left down to the classic, and he'll find it. A sensational play by Leo to keep control over B. Knife fight, maybe? Knife fight?
There was moments in that round where it looked like it was going to completely fall apart. In fact, it did completely fall apart. But Leo, and again, I said it, he had a slower start to this map in comparison to the other.
Insult KC by comparing them to Koi. I think for this defensive side, this is where I expect they need to show up. 3 is often enough, and maybe it'll have to be beautiful opening pick. Leo's grabbed one somehow with the mosh pit. He's still alive, up close and still fighting. Dropped eventually, but the damage is done. He's made it.
And this retake's not going to be easy. Only valuable at close range, and the other only valuable at long. Luckily, that's already started fairly well. Martin, though, is back with a vengeance. With everything still to do, he had a full belt of utility, but...
I'm number 1, that's what it's saying. It's not my HP.
But like, look at how he started the round, for God's sake.
Yeah. But this, like... Magnum on the other side for KC. He's lights out. Durka's gone. Operator in hand. This is an ambitious play, and he needs his teammates.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't need his teammate. He doesn't need anyone. Durka's doing it by himself. And now Magnum's trapped in a corner.
Yeah, the problem is the rest of the team have gone in the other direction. Like, they have managed to get those opening kills, and especially with, they're going to be able to at least reduce some of the places they need to spot. The fight is going to work out again for Durka. This is looking like his round.
Oh, it's all down to timing the rate. He didn't get spotted. I don't think they realized he was here, otherwise they would have sent Thrash back in the other direction. He stood up close, good for one, but the judge is there. The upgrade wasn't needed, and they caught Shin far, far away. He stands almost no chance. The teleport through is expected, ready was Leo. Up against most teams, at least. Paranoia here for Shin. A lot of players towards Bath. Alpha's snake bite is good. No escape from Martin. The opening pick goes their way, but the fight back, sure, is traded out, at least.
Alpha almost a raid boss scenario, has a ghost and shields. Magnum, no, okay, it looked like Boaster was sending a fake out. Just running straight towards it. Almost looking guaranteed. I think it definitely is now. Tamazi, drastic mistakes from the remaining players of Fnatic, and even though a headshot will be hit, it's not going to be the kill.
And remember, for the side of Fnatic, for the side of KC as well, elimination's not on the line here. There's a lower bracket, it's not yesterday.
Yes!
Dizzy, Paranoia thrown out by the side of KC, and now Durka's thrown out by the side of FNC. They make their way in towards Lamps. Boombot covering on the up-close fight. Judge is dangerous. Not with this man lurking around. The site itself has been seized. The shot out of Chronicle is absolutely clean. Magnum didn't stand a chance. And that off angle is one they very much needed. This will allow them to get the plans with Chronicle's flash going through. In fact, they're looking to fight. They didn't send the wingman out to plant. They sent him out to find some players, some targets. And those targets were on their back. Chronicle with 3 kills.
The fact that they were swung, I mean, it might have been Shin at the backside. I don't even think he realized. No, sorry, he went down a little bit earlier. It was this kill, yeah, and Martin. It just didn't even realize that what had just happened.
Nice.
Guys, how did you die? Did you overpeak?
Basically just play contact at this point. The side's going to almost be completely given up, just hoping for a miracle shot. And Alpha, well, he's not quite going to catch them. He doesn't know Tamazi is there. That's a little unlucky.
The nade that Narrate's not afraid to push through might give him an angle, but a 4-man elbow push after? There's no way you expect this. Aggression out of Durka. Thrashed on his way around. Magnum clearing the site, wondering where those... What the hell was that? Durka! It looked like he was speed running it. Narrate 1v2. Has a buddy to defuse for him, just needs to defend it long enough, but the shots don't land. Fnatic have come out on top again.
Will make their way back to a Masters event in Shanghai. Another Boaster's always been brushing up on his Chinese, so I'm sure he'll be ready for that one.
Straight off a pause as well. That decision is going to haunt them. Fnatic have taken the space, but it looks like they've gotten here just in time. They'll be behind the smokes, but with a showstopper to play with, that push is slowed down, staggered slightly. Steps heard, nice connection. That's Alfier down and out. Viper utility no longer to play with. Durka out of the round, and a crazy adjustment from Narrate. Just managed to thread the needle right up behind, and in fact, that is going to be a damning sentence for Leo, who shouldn't expect him. Although I think I heard a bullet leave his gun.
He got his gun out just in time. They're going to finally get themselves another round, but this has to be the start of a few.
Oh yeah. Gotta hope they started as they mean to continue.
A rotation out from Magnum to try and get into help.
Brave play to try spam through with the Vandal. Martin won't catch him. Flash close. Shin in a little bit of trouble. Paranoia used. Shrouded step for out. Yeah, he's clean, but he's straight into the fire. Manages to make it out. Standing on the other side of this orbital strike, but he's caught immediately. Alfier dropped inside the pit. For Martin. This house to the back site and sees Chronicle. Thought he was going to get caught off guard. The spike's gone to B. It should be the plant, and caught off guard or not, Martin will drop. Plan to come through. Through hookah. It's just a question of whether Leo will turn this angle. No, he was watching it the whole time. Even got a little defuse to be had. Orb to work with, though. Best play, Mike. And that's not what he's going for. Instead, trying to bait them out. They're going to have to swing this to spam. It looks like they don't believe he's sticking it. One kill for Tamazi. Still so much time to run down. Boasters played this perfectly. Well handled. They didn't even know he was there.
And Alpha within the smoke, just able to get a couple of kills, and the quick decision to double back. And that the reason that Magnum was able to get as far as he did was just because he slightly bypassed that Molotov, but because they hadn't cleared it.
Oh, a little wider than that. We'd seen that result before. The snake bite even took him down in one of the rounds. Nade up and over. It doesn't slow them down. But Boaster actually runs straight through the nade, trying to pursue Shin on the back of the Thrash, but a player close, not expected. Narrate does well to pull it back into their favor, and he does it again. Thrash online, it's going through. It's straight towards these players. He heard them stepping away, and they run right into the waiting arms of Magnum. Only Chronicle, 1 versus 3 to close this round out. He's spotted now as well. They know exactly where he is. The flash good, but he drops it out of the sky, repositions, catches 2, and an idea of the last player. Flash is perfect, and he's won it! Expert positioning, expert precision, and a 12th round for Fnatic on the back of a sensational play.
Knocks them all down. Narrate did what he could.
Oh, he tried.
A real fight. Magnum as well, with a double up after they were forced into his position, but it's this double, and then just winning that final firefight.
Martin didn't want to go jumping again, and he still managed to get the boombot up and over. Still, the information is the same. Push up by Magnum is good, and he's caught Boaster. That's their way back and forward, straight into the waiting arms of Martin yet again. He's not finding the first, and now that they're already past, they expect Shin. 3 quick kills, and Fnatic are on the cusp of victory. Magnum's only got 20 HP, and they know he's coming behind. This one looks done.
Magnum's gonna go down. There's nothing more he could be doing, and it will be Durka to finish! After kickoff, questions were asked of Fnatic this season. It might not have been clean, but eventually they have got that job done. Shanghai is on the cards, and after winning it 2 times last year,
they got lazy. They thought that they could just keep that top spot, sit on it.
Yeah, well, it's clear that since last year, within the region, the bar has risen. Part of that, they're a team that definitely deserves their plaudits, but today, the better team won. Fnatic with the comeback on the first map, and then, well, a little bit earlier in the second one, showing that they still have their prominence when it comes to buying, showing that they still have those superstars. It's again the same as yesterday.